G'day everyone, welcome to the Australian Herpetoculture Podcast. How you going, mate?
Good, mate. Good. How are you?
Good, I didn't stuff it up that time.
You got a nice new shirt there, buddy.
Yeah, ordered it the other day. I got it at Morelia House. So
That's cool.
I want a bit of a kick to collect some stickers from people and buy a few people's shirts and stuff like that. So I thought,
They're wicked.
Getting back into it, a bit like the books, collecting stuff.
It ends up like that. Hey, you just end up with all this sort of weird reptile-related paraphernalia around your house, and you're just like, oh god, the shirts are bad. Like, I mean, I've got like 6 or 7 of my own shirts, and I could wear them every day if I needed to. But
yeah,
I still haven't grabbed any of mine with the new logo yet.
That's my next one. I was perusing your Teespring last night, seeing if you had your new logo up. So that's the next one I'm going to order. But I've got a few. Actually, I've noticed there's a few people coming out with some shirts, so might do a bit of an order soon and just rock shirts. I wear them all the time. I wear them out to the shops and shit. So I've had a what's his name? He's a bloke from where is it? He's from America, I think. He's a gecko breeder. I've had his shirt for years, and I'll wear that all the time. Secret Laboratory Geckos. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've had one of his shirts for years. He sent me one out ages ago. But yeah.
Oh, it's always good, man.
Yeah. I see you're rocking a nice hat.
Yeah, Doc Merton's hat.
Yeah.
Got the merch happening.
I've worn that a few times, I think. I'm on the few of the live streams.
Yeah, I've just had it kicking around the last few days. I've been wearing it to work and all sorts. I don't wear it in the shop necessarily, but to and from and stuff. But
mine's just here next to me. So if we do the live stream, so everyone doesn't see my bald head.
Don't get the moon shot going on.
Yeah. So, but
then I got one of my first Beach of Scaly Beast shirts on, which is more plain than anything, but it's a good kick around shirt anyway. I usually wear this mucking in, getting into enclosures. I was just feeding the green trees just before we hopped on.
Yeah.
But, no. It's good, man. Merch is one of those things that I think it goes by the wayside a lot. Like I was just saying to you, I wanted to get some more stickers and stuff for the sticker board, and I had I forget the fella's name, but the guy from Notorious Reptiles send us out a couple of stickers to add to it, which was awesome. And
he sent me some as well. I've got a bit of a collection going now. I've got Frizy sent some. I've got some for you from Frizy as well. So,
sweet.
I'll flick them your way. But I've sent a few out to some people as well that have asked for some of mine. So,
good stuff.
Yeah.
No, I want to get it going. Hey, I could probably do another one on the other side of the wall here if I end up filling up this little skinny one. But it's one of those things you just don't see too much of actually kicking around. Except unless you're actually at the expos. Jed, that's his name, isn't it?
Yeah,
from Notorious Reptiles. So I'd love to get some more stickers going on the board and fill it in nicely. I think I've got 5 on there now. I got Jed's one, I got one of Doc Merton's on there, I got the podcast one, your one, and then one of my original ones as well.
Yeah. I got the Pobblebonks ones too. I don't know where I put them actually. The Pobblebonks and Kundagungans. The YouTube guys, I got their ones.
I've been watching a few of their videos lately.
They're good,
getting into them. Yeah,
they're really good. I've enjoyed them.
They've been pretty entertaining.
Yeah, they're actually. I think the videos are a bit old too. Like they're probably 2 or 3 years old before COVID. Yeah. So, but I think they bought one out pretty recently. So, it's good. I love stumbling across because I just stumbled across that one night. I can't remember what I was doing. I think I was watching something about frogs.
Yeah,
and one of their videos popped up, and I was like, oh yeah. And clicked it, and then I just went on a bit of a binge on their channel. So
wicked.
But it's good stuff. Watching Aussie content. So
I've got a very limited time frame to eat breakfast in the morning, so I've only got about 10 minutes. I'm like scoffing down my food or whatever. So I usually just chuck them on the phone and watch one of theirs and smash it out or something, and get on with my day.
Yeah, well, the kids are sleeping heaps better now. So I've got and my wife goes to bed pretty early. So 8:30, everyone's in bed. So I'm just either watching Yellowstone or I'll flick on YouTube and watch a bit of YouTube. But I mean, say that, I'll only watch half an hour or something, and it's not long before I'm off to bed. So
you've been getting into the herping videos as well, haven't you?
Yeah, been smashing out the herping videos. It's getting so keen. Watching a bit of Ricky Mack and a bunch of other people and stuff like that. So
you seen Cold Blooded Cousins? They're always good value.
I haven't watched him for a while. I remember watching him a while ago, but yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
actually. I've completely forgot about those guys. I think, yeah, you might have mentioned them not that long ago.
Yeah, I
But,
always enjoy them because they're a good little video to flick back to. Like they are a few years old now, but it's still good. Steve Tucky and Kyle. I can't remember Kyle's last name, but yeah, they're good guys to watch.
Yeah, no, I've just been getting straight into the herping stuff, just getting keen. So, and Luke's been posting up pictures of stuff he's found, and
he definitely revved us up a little bit today in that group chat, I reckon. So
yeah,
what did he get? He got some. He got a couple of
waters,
like a couple of olives, a water
with that weird markings on it.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
and then the night tigers.
Night tigers, yeah, I'd like to see some night tigers.
Yeah, those stunning animals, man. I actually on the way home, I went past Anaconda. My gift, my in-laws gave me a gift voucher for Anaconda for Christmas. Yeah, I knew about that I was going on this trip, so I came back with a bunch of stuff. Actually, I got
one of those. I got one of those air pillows the other day too. I just got it from Kmart for $3.50.
Ah, really?
Yeah, we're just in Kmart.
Spent $17 on this thing.
Yeah, look, I don't know if mine has a bag. I haven't opened the box yet, but yeah, we're like in the Kmart. I'm like, oh, it's those blow up pillows Luke was talking about. $3.50. I'll grab one of them. But
jeez, that's
but yeah. So I've got to I've got to. What else do I need? I'm gonna get some shirts from Lowe's. You know those lightweight, like kind of hiking t-shirt, button-up t-shirts. That I'm probably gonna get a couple of them. I think so, just long sleeve, just to try and keep out of the sun a bit, but they're still a bit cool. So
I think I'm gonna get just some cheap stuff from Kmart just to trash it.
Yeah, probably need a couple of shirts, and then got some work shorts and stuff. So
yeah, you're not gonna need much.
Whatever fits rolled up in the swag. So
I was thinking about that today. I'm like, I don't know how much weight we're gonna have, but I think Qantas does 25 kilos, if I'm not mistaken. So you got a little bit of weight limit there, and
I don't think I've come close to that weight wise with the swag and stuff. Like I had picked up my swag today. I'm like, that's actually pretty light.
Mine feels pretty heavy, but maybe I'm just getting old and weak.
Yeah. Yours, I think yours the other day when I saw yours the last time I was there. Maybe it was in a video. I can't remember what it was. Wherever I saw it. Yours actually looks bigger than mine when it's rolled up.
It's pretty bloody huge.
Yeah, mine's pretty used though, so I don't know whether my mattress is thinned out a bit in it, but
mine's like probably like 1,200 tall, almost rolled up.
Yeah,
and then 300 round, sort of thing.
Yeah, that's probably
30 centimeters across.
Yeah, mine's probably not quite. Oh no, mine probably is about 1,200 actually. Actually, no, it's not. It's probably a little bit shorter. But yeah, I've got to try and stash my tripod in there rather than take that on carry on. So.
Yeah, I'm going to do that with my tripod too. I've actually been able to configure my camera tripod to be able to take my phone, because obviously I do all my YouTube and stuff off my phone. So it can kind of be a double purpose tripod if I want to do it with the camera or whatever as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think in the swag might be the best spot for it. It'll be protected in there anyway. You're gonna wrap it up in clothes, and I'm assuming we'll probably take a towel with us, sort of thing. So yeah, exactly.
But yeah, the only reason I want to take it is because I want to do a bit of get a bit of some landscape stuff. Try and do a bit of some astro while we're out there as well.
Yeah, I reckon that'd be wicked. I can't wait to see the stars, man. I cannot wait.
The only thing I don't know, I'd love to try and do a star trail one night once we finish herping, just set it up and just leave it until we wake up and just get a nice star trail going. But I don't know if I'll have enough charge on batteries to leave the camera running for a couple of hours and memory card space.
This is what I just came home with. Yeah, it's a 72 watt total output charger. Can charge up to 4 devices at a time. Yeah, it's just like USB-C ports and stuff. You can charge your phone just straight on it or whatever.
Yeah,
can power a laptop for 16 hours.
Wow!
So it should be able to charge phones and stuff. Super easy.
Yeah.
Hey, there's old mate. I can hear him.
He's back.
Little creepy frog. Yeah, so I got that from Anaconda. That was one of the purchases that I got.
Yeah.
You know what? They do good deals there if you're a member with them. Hey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that.
I always forget.
$200, and they shaved $60 off if you're a member.
Yeah. It goes to show the markup they've got on it too.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like if you can take that off. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I always forget Anaconda because I'm a member there as well. But I never really go there. But if it comes to Christmas and my parents ask me what I want, I always just ask for gift vouchers for BCF or Anaconda.
Yeah, I mean, to be
Those
honest,
two.
I'd never go there either usually because I find it
Yeah.
pretty expensive. But you know, I had to kill this gift card, so I figured I may as well grab some stuff for this trip. So I got that, and I got this
Oh,
little
little
camp
seat.
stool. Because I'm assuming Luke will bring something, but at the same time, I want to be prepared. And if I could just pull up a chair wherever the hell I am, then
Yeah.
so be it. And I got this too. I got a trowel. I'm not bringing it with me, but it was $5
Sure.
and I needed something for the garden. So,
I thought it was to dig holes in the bush.
well, I G'd up my parents and I said that that's what it's for, is to, dig my little bush nugget holes. But,
Uh,
I also had this come in the mail this week as well, which is a 3x3 meter
that's
shade
sail
slash tarp. So I
was going
thought
to make
even
a
if that
joke,
can.
man. I was going to make a dad joke then. I was going to be like, what are you holding up? I can't see it.
Because of the camo on the bag.
Yeah. Funny.
Yeah. But I figured, even if we could string that up above a couple of the swags or something like that, then they'll just keep the sun off us first thing in the morning and a bit of the weather off us if it's raining. Because, Luke sent through that video and it was pretty darn wet.
Man, it was bucketing down.
Yeah.
Absolutely bucketing down. So, man, be good for frogs. But no, he's still finding heaps of stuff though. So
I'm still glad he hasn't found his own pelly. I want him to try to I'm not glad. I want him to find it, but I prefer him to find it when we're there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very selfish of us, but it would be ideal.
Yeah, mate, if I found one of them, I'd be absolutely over the moon.
Well, just because how rare it is to actually see them, right? Like, it's just sheer odds and luck.
Yeah.
So,
but I'd love to find them. But there's so many gecko species I'd love to see out there.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it heaps, I just feel like at work, just thinking about different things we can find and stuff like that. So
yeah, I started putting together that list the other day and I realized how long it was getting. I'm like, it'd be nice to be able to nail all these things, but at the same time, a few of these things would be awesome. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it, man. We've actually had an extra person jump onto the trip as well.
Yeah, Tyson's jumping on board.
It's very exciting.
Yeah,
it's it'll be good. I'm bloody glad he did jump on board, hey, because otherwise we would have been going to Brisbane.
Having a stopover in Brisbane for a while. I can't believe they didn't say anything.
Oh, apparently they sent us emails on the 24th. Apparently.
I haven't got anything.
I didn't get anything either. No, I checked my spam emails and stuff
So
like that. I've got all their other emails, but didn't get that.
So I've only got the emails that when it was booked. Like I never got anything else.
Yeah, that's all I've got. So for everyone out there, basically what happened is Tyson kind of asked us, he's like, hey, do you reckon I could jump on this trip? And we're like, well, we've got room for one more sort of thing. So he's jumped on board. And my wife, who's a travel agent, decided to book his tickets for him, and bloody lucky that she looked into it, because essentially Jason and my flight home, instead of coming direct from Darwin at midnight to Sydney, it was going to be 1:30 a.m. from Darwin to Brisbane, then like a 6 or 7 hour layover, and then back to Sydney. It was going to be like a 14-hour trip or something to get home, or something ridiculous. Right, yeah.
But now we leave a little bit later, the same.
We got an extra night herping, mate.
But we get an extra night. So.
Yep. Man, we can use it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keen as.
I'm stinging, mate. I'm just trying to hold out, not getting COVID, or if I do get it done now and done and dusted before we go, because I'm going to be so disappointed if I get it just before the trip, because now you've had it. Tyson's currently going through it.
Yeah.
Luke's just come out of isolation.
So, but yeah, it's like it's going around. Everyone's getting it. It's only a matter of time before everyone gets it. But like I got through it pretty well. But so the kids and But I'll tell you what, though, I think I was telling you before, like I get headaches now. Like I never used to get headaches, and I can't drink. It sounds weird, but I can't drink alcohol much. I feel like I had 4 beers the other day after doing some work in the space of like 2.5, 3 hours, and finished drinking like 7 o'clock. Went to bed at 11 o'clock and laid down, and it felt like I'd been at the club all night drinking like Jaeger bombs. My head was just going. I had to sit up and fall asleep sitting up because I couldn't lay down. But it's done it a couple of times. Like I might have had 2 beers or 3 beers and then gone to bed, and it's like it's like my head's just spinning. Like but I'm not drunk or anything like that. I just feel like it's weird. It's like it just feels like I've been like at the club drinking Jaeger bombs all night, and my head's just going mental. But
apart from that, have you been getting what everyone's calling the COVID fog as well, where all of a sudden you just can't think?
Not really, no. I've heard of people that have got it. I've heard of people like I think a few people I know have still got sort of like the odd cough that's just been lingering that they can't get rid of. But yeah,
I've heard of quite a few people just like they just seem to not like they're over it essentially, but they just can't operate 100%. They just feel like their brain's just not working at full capacity, sort of thing. So
no, I know a few people that are getting tired and stuff like that. Like at the end of the day, like it's more tired than what they would have usually. But yeah. Other than that, other than the alcohol thing, it's and the headaches here and there. But it's weird. It's like because it happened to me once. I'm like, no, I didn't have that much. Like, and it was like I think I might have had a beer and a red wine with dinner, and then I went to bed, and I was like, nah, surely not. And then it happened again when I might have had 3 beers, and then it happened again the other night when I had 4. And I'm like, this is like I don't think I can drink 4 beers for a while. Like. It was to the point where I was almost going to like throw up. It was like it was weird. Like I'm like it's definitely crazy. Alcohol because the next day I didn't have a drink. Went to bed, I was sweet, and then I had 1 beer, and I was good. And then I don't think I've tried it again, but I don't really want to because
no, that's fair enough. Doesn't sound like fun. So. Not for the sake of a drink.
No, but
give yourself a break, mate.
Maybe you'll hurt the other night.
You'll sweat it all out in the NT anyway.
Oh, 100%,
yeah, that was good fun, man. So managed to go and catch up with a bunch of people that I haven't seen in a long time. Got to get a ride down with Simon because Simon's only about 10 minutes from my place here. So we went down to spot outside of Heathcote sort of area down there. Caught up with Kieran Wardle, who's in the chat here somewhere. So got to hang out with him for a bit. Got to see Kai and Michael as well, and a few others, which was really cool. We got a few things. Hey, I think the first animal we found was a common scalyfoot, which is pretty standard. So, have we found a common scalyfoot together? No, we found the Burtons, didn't we?
Burtons, yeah.
Burtons, yeah. So we got the common scalyfoot. We got 2 thick-tailed geckos as well. I always love seeing those things, dude.
Yeah,
they're so underrated. So underrated. It's just like an East Coast knobby, essentially. So
pretty much, yeah. And the variation too that you see in some of them is crazy.
Yeah. So we got two thick tails. There's a male funnel web out walking around. That was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
What else did we get?
Oh, Kieran diamond too, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, you should. Do you have a photo of that? That'd be cool to throw that up, actually. I think a few people have got photos up. Some of the guys will probably have some of the photos up on Instagram, actually. So got the diamond. That was kind of like the highlight of the end of the night there for Simon and myself. Mountain dragon. I've never seen a mountain dragon before then. I was just sitting in the middle of the fire trail, so that was kind of cool for me. Broadtail gecko. I feel like I'm missing something there. Well, one of the kids grabbed a water dragon at one point that was hiding in the crack. It was good fun. It was a good fun night. But it was a really nice track to walk, actually. It was quite easy. So
yeah. I'm going to put up a picture of that.
Tell you what, though, it was hot and humid. It was super sticky.
Yeah. You see that?
Oh, yeah.
That's that diamond there.
I can't see whose photo that is. Whose is that?
That's Kieran's.
Oh, cool.
Wardle's reptiles.
That's an awesome photo, Kieran.
Yeah.
I haven't been on Instagram for a bit.
I don't really bother with Facebook much anymore, so.
Hmm.
Instagram's better because it's just pictures.
That was off Instagram, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been on Facebook much either, to be honest. I think I
And they got a
posted.
tiger too, didn't they?
Yeah,
You'd
so
left, I think.
yeah, Jesse found a tiger in a different spot, and pretty much the group that we were with were kind of like walking back to their cars. So they drove 20 minutes further south or something to go and catch up with Jesse and see this tiger in the flesh. Man, it's an awesome looking tiger
Nice
snake,
looking
man.
tiger,
It's like
yeah.
3.5 foot or something like that. So
Yep.
pretty much an adult tiger. Yeah, stunning animal.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Because I was gonna go, but then it just got I was too busy that day, so I couldn't make it there, unfortunately. But I was pretty keen to make it there, but yeah, just couldn't get there. So
Stuff happens.
Speaking of tiger snakes, did you see that picture that Cam Candy put up?
Yeah, that is
Man.
awesome. That in situ tiger on the cliff face.
Yeah, I'll share it up now for people that are listening to the podcast. Go check out Cam Candy's Instagram, Cam Candy Wildlife on Instagram of this tiger. It's just basically on the rocks, and it's got the Blue Mountains Gorge. I'm pretty sure it's Blue Mountains, I think. Like the gorge just behind it. Yeah, it's awesome.
That's insane.
Yeah,
that's such a good photo. It's like Matt said on it too. In situ. Photos kind of tend to rock it a little bit more than real posed photos. I mean, I like both, obviously, but
same.
That something like that just looks so good.
Yeah, it's got everything. It's got the fog in the background, the cliff face, everything, and it's a beautiful looking tiger too.
It's a beautiful looking tiger, and I love the sandstone just popping in the background there too, like with the yellows and stuff coming through. That just looks unreal.
Yeah, that's a crack at that one. Yeah, as soon as I saw that, I was like, that's awesome. So.
Yeah. There's been some awesome photos coming out. Actually, was it yesterday? Yesterday or the day before, I was kind of going through Instagram and stuff and looking at a few. I think you shared one of a northern leaf-tail, didn't you? That somebody had put up.
Yeah, I think it was Elliot Budd, maybe. From memory, I think it was. But yeah, every time I see all these like leaf tails and all that stuff and chameleon geckos, I'm like, man, I've got to do a trip. Got to do one. And basically, someone I can't remember who it was. Someone posted that they basically need one more of the leaf tails, and they've got all the leaf tails. But I think that's the Exemius, the one that they were looking for. So
yeah, okay.
But yeah,
that'd be the harder one to find.
Yeah, but yeah,
I enjoyed getting out, man. That was just so good to go for a walk. I got to test out my new head torch, which I was really stoked with.
Yeah, how'd that go?
So, yeah, really good. Definitely didn't run out of charge the whole time I was out, and pardon me, yeah, it held up really well. I was quite surprised. So, for the price that it was, I think it was $126 posted or something like that. Like, I'm pretty stoked with it. Yeah, it's pretty unreal. Yeah, that one's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's a different perspective as well, that shot. So if anyone's listening, go check out Elliot Budd's Instagram, and it's the first one. It's like it's a different perspective. It's that real close up of the face and those awesome eyes.
Yeah,
look at the moss on that tree.
It's insane. Hey, it just looks like a carpet.
Yeah. So
cool.
They're one thing I definitely want to try and photograph.
Yeah. Well, as silly as it is, and you probably, you need to knock them off the list. Simon's got a good spot for Platurus. So
yeah,
he managed to get 26 in one spot the other night. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, if you want some good practice of photography, it sounds like that's the spot to go to.
Yeah, I've got one that lives on the house somewhere under the house, but he's always in the same spot up the front near the veranda. But yeah, no, I'd love to get some natural habitat shots. I suppose houses are natural habitats for them now, I guess, as well.
Yeah, nothing like a brick wall or a bit of fibro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, it was good. It was good to get out. My poor Michael, I think, was struggling a little bit. I think he'd had enough by the end of it. He was sweating up a storm like all of us. But yeah, it was kind of hard where this spot was. You're kind of walking like a fire trail, essentially. Yeah. But then as you're coming out, you have to kind of do a bit of a steep climb quickly. Up some stairs. So I think that made all of us kind of have a bit of a last minute sweat before we hopped in the cars.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't realize until you start walking up a big hill how like geez, how out of shape you actually are sometimes.
Oh.
Like I can walk flat for ages, but you get that bit of a hill and it's like the legs start burning, lactic acid starts to build up in your legs. You're like, whew, I don't know if I could do too much more of this.
Yeah.
But that walk we do as well, that's a fair walk.
That is, and that does have a couple of hills and stuff to it as well.
Yeah.
Especially if you start with front.
Yeah, well, where we started that first time.
Yeah. Yeah. Where did we start the second time? It wasn't too much further
About
from
half.
there, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say it was probably another kilometre.
Yeah.
K or two, so
yeah.
But
good stuff. How are your animals doing, man? Any updates on those guys?
No, I've got the frogs in the new tanks now, and I've got to top the water up because this heat today's kind of killed a little bit. But obviously, because I've got the water running down the background, so you lose a bit of water in the soil. It keeps the soil nice and moist too, so don't have to water the soil or anything. But no, everything's going good.
Yeah, wicked.
The boys are gravid again, so they're she was test digging a couple of days ago. I think I said last time. So, but I've candled the eggs. They're looking good too. So. But other than that, man, I haven't really done too much with the animals lately, so
that's all right. Sometimes it's just clean feed, repeat, right?
Pretty much, yeah. And that's the good thing with the buyers. There's not too much cleaning, so
yeah, it's definitely an upside to it.
Yeah, no, I saw your video too of the background. That turned out good. That video.
Oh yeah, that one has
a background.
That's probably going to be a few weeks until it's actually out, but
yeah, I got a sneak peek. So
you got a sneak peek of it. Yeah, it's yeah, I mean, it was a good little video. It was a good little background, man. It was a fun one just to kind of knock out. So it turned up a treat in the enclosure.
Yeah, no, it looks really good, eh? The leaves on the vines have started to die off, though. So
I've
got another vine that I haven't got one, but I know what vine I'll plant. Just basically, it's almost the same leaf shape and everything, and just try and get it to follow that as well. But I've got these. I've got to try and find out the species of plant it is. They always grow in the bush. They'll grow out of the ground on like a tree trunk or a rock face, and they grow up it, and they've just got like green leaves that come out the sides, but the back of the leaf's purple.
Yeah, right.
And they basically just grow straight up. I've got some that grow on the side of the house, and I pulled one out, chucked it in the enclosure, and it's gone nuts. It's gone like up, it's gone across, and it's going up again, and it's starting to come out over the roof towards the light in the enclosure.
Jeez.
It's probably grown like 15 centimeters since I've put it in there, and that was obviously like that tank hasn't been up and running too much, but yeah, it's gone. Yeah, pretty impressed. I tried it once before and it died. This was years ago. The same plant in a different enclosure. It was a chameleon gecko enclosure as well, but yeah, couldn't get it to grow. But yeah, it's got nuts in this one. So
I have a few enclosures that I think I'm going to put some like weeds in, essentially, just some weeds. I don't want to use the word weed because I know they're a type of plant, not necessarily a weed, but they kind of look like a weed. Like you get them in with other pot plants and stuff like that. But I've got this one that's growing out of like an elephant ear next door, which almost looks like wandering Jew or something like that I want to give a go in like the boids or something. But the boids just trample everything. That's the problem. Is they get down on the ground, they start foraging around, and they just smash everything to pieces.
Yeah, well, I had the maidenhair ferns down there, and they trashed both of them. Well, they died, and then there was a period of probably a week or so where they didn't really come down the ground too much because I was just tongue feeding them up in the branches and stuff.
Yeah.
And the maidenhair fern actually started sprouting again and growing. But then obviously they started running around again and trashed it again, and nothing come of it. So
little buggers.
Yeah. But those branches have gone absolutely mental. Like I saw Coop's video that you put up the other day. Coop is in the chat. That's right. Coop said in the chat about his branch starting to sprout as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I got to see that in person yesterday. Actually, that was quite cool.
Yeah.
To see the leaves actually coming out of it. I'm just going, man, you and Jason have the same problem. You just stick a chunk of vine in something, it starts growing again.
Wait till you see this one, hey. Like you basically almost can't see the top of the enclosure now.
Yeah,
it's basically grown out, and it's like it's coming out like I'm gonna say 600 out of it. Wow. And it's just like like every time I take a picture of it, you can't because of the the ficus is there as well, and so is the palm. Like you can't really see how many branches have actually sprouted out of it.
Yeah.
When you
Okay.
see it in person, it's insane. I can't believe how chill Cooper's boids are.
Well, mine are not too much dissimilar to that.
Yeah, mine are like you put your hand in and they'll run.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. The male's not too bad, but the females will throw it up, and then if you get too close, they'll just one jumps and runs and this and that. But I mean, I don't really like. I'm not fussed. I'm not there to handle them or anything like that. But yeah,
Do you spend a lot of time in the room with them?
when I'm in here, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like if we're like every time I feed them, like they'll take food off the tongs and stuff like that. Like I'll do stuff
Yeah.
in the enclosure, but yeah. Then I think they're just a bit flighty. I mean, it is what it is. Like I'm not overly fast, but
Well, they're a flighty animal as is. So,
yeah, exactly.
Like
I didn't get
animals.
them to keep them like a bearded dragon, so
Yeah.
I'm not too concerned. So
Mine will like huff and puff a little bit if they're like a little bit annoyed that I'm taking them out, but usually I can scoop them up just easily. Quite often, if they're sitting down the front of the glass there, though, what I'll do is I'll just open the door, and most of the time they just both jump out and run around the room here. Hey, like it's quite entertaining. But yeah, they're pretty chilled out. Every now and then they've been a bit, they'll get the julep out and they throw it or something like that, and have
these guys
go. But
the females do that all the time. It's pretty cool to see, though.
Have your females ever had like a bit of a fight or anything like that?
They did the other day, actually.
Did they do that thing where they mouth gape and walk around?
Nah, so one went the other one, but it was so she had a super worm in her mouth.
Yep.
And then so I was like, oh, I want that super worm, and then it kind of kicked off a bit there, so I didn't get to see any of that. But other than that, no, I've never really seen anything. So
mine get a bit like that with food. If they got something, one of them's got something, and you're not quick enough to give the other one a
well, that's what it was.
Like
because I had the little fella, and he was like feeding them the super worms.
Yeah,
and then like you can't take the tongs off him to get another one quick enough because trying to deal with a 3-year-old that you've just taken tongs off that wants to feed him is probably worse than those who are having a quick little go at each other. So then like he did it, and then all of a sudden I got the next one out as well. But yeah, it's they love those super worms, as a treat.
It's like dragon.
They love food in general.
Yeah,
like these things, like you get crickets out and they're down on the ground. The males, like, he'll just stay in the same spot, but the two females, they're down at the door, like waiting for you to open the door.
Yeah. So. Man, I haven't been able to get crickets recently, hey?
Yeah, no one seems to have any.
Yeah, prices went down, bio supplies went down. Can't get any through them. I'm starting to look at like third-party things. Then I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll just feed my stuff. Apparently, prices will be up and running again in a couple of weeks with it all. So
yeah,
monitors are getting a little bit of extra egg and meat, and the dragons are getting more things like black soldier fly larvae and stuff like that. And yeah, keep them going.
Got some in my compost bin, black soldier fly larvae.
They're good, man.
Yeah,
it's probably the most nutritious food for them.
Yeah,
I've also got the earthworms out there, so if I need to break into that stash, that'll keep the boys happy.
Yeah, I've got them as well. So, but yeah, no, we've got a bunch of black soldier fly larvae in the compost bin. So
they're good little composters. Hey, they're one of the most efficient in the world.
Yeah, man, our compost is like it was half full, and then obviously because the heat and everything is compressed down heaps. So we've only just set it up though, so it usually takes a few months before your compost is kind of working properly and stuff like that. But yeah,
they destroy it. Those worms. Those little black soldier fly. I get right into it. Yeah. Have we ever mentioned the other animals that you've got at home, or we're not allowed to talk about those yet?
I don't have any other ones here.
We
lost the Glar, but
that sucks.
I've got a cat, so but we don't know. We actually thought she might have been in the tree the other day.
Really?
Yeah, today actually. So we've got a massive gum tree out the back, and they come down, and she was doing things like, I was like, "Is that Betty?" I'm looking, and she was with another galah, and we've never had galahs in this gum tree, but she was doing things that like she used to do in the cage. So we're like, "Oh, maybe it was her." Like, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah,
could have been.
Could have been. Yeah.
So hard with
So,
glass too, because they all look the same.
well, that's the thing. That's what like my missus put a post up on the local Berkeleyville page, and it's like yeah, you can't really tell it apart from the other glass. So anyway,
Yeah.
but,
What do you do?
But yeah, so yeah,
Crazy
keen to get.
critters. Sorry, I've just seen this thing that John's just put up. Try crazy critters. I just ordered 1,000 crickets for about $40. They're a great company. Okay.
Yeah, right. I
I'll
might
have to
check
have a
them
look
out
into it.
because I went to order some crickets on Sunday from where I've been getting mine from, and they're all out of the big bulk pack. So I had to go
Yeah.
to the pet shop and get a bunch of the little plastic ones.
Mate, I did that last week. I got 10 boxes of crickets I think I brought home. It didn't even touch the sides of most of the animals. So it was not even a full feed.
Yeah,
Really?
it's like you look at the money you spend, and you're like for what you get compared to you buying the bulk stuff. It's like, yeah, it's crazy. So
Yeah, but yeah,
you're ordering crickets
you
now,
got to do
are
it.
you?
I was just searching. I was searching the page, so it's like in my
In your
thing
internet.
to look at. Yeah,
That's what I do. I
just
don't close tabs down. Like I'll open tabs if there's stuff that I want to try and remember.
yeah.
And then I'll probably do the same. You watch. We'll go to order and they'll all be gone.
Well, they've got shipping is currently suspended due to the high temperatures. So
Oh, that's all right. That's probably just today. But
yeah,
yeah, no,
no,
the place I've been getting my crickets from is awesome. They're probably they've been lit. Like I've still got crickets in the container. Like,
that's all right.
and I ordered that probably a couple of weeks ago now. Remember I was saying
Yeah,
I couldn't keep crickets alive? And then
Yeah.
I've got these ones and man, yeah, they're still alive. So
Now they are.
yeah, I might go pick some of those black soldier fly larvae out tomorrow.
They're good, man. If you can harvest them, your dragon should smash them. I
Yeah.
even fed them to. I found some small ones.
Yeah.
In the bunch that I got, and I actually fed them to the bearded geckos. The bearded geckos
Yeah, right.
smashed them. I only gave them one each because I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not giving you any more than that. That's a massive meal for you guys. But
Yeah,
yeah, they just nailed it. Hey, so
that's awesome.
that took it. The what is he called? The she oak skink behind me. He took one,
Yeah.
a couple of them as well. But yeah, no, they absolutely love it. I've actually just seen Josh has just chucked up something pretty interesting here. Josh has just ordered some katydids in an attempt to breed some native feeders over the next year or two. Should be interesting to see how it goes. That's something that I'd love to see more of, is like actual, native food sources being bred for our native animals, so we can actually have like a bit more variety. Like how cool would it be
Yeah.
to actually have like things like centipedes or, just like random things that all these animals eat. Like, do you see Josh Thompson fed his netted
Saw
dragon
that.
a
A
praying
praying
mantis?
mantis.
Yeah. Oh man, and it was a big meal too.
It was
Big meal.
huge. It was actually interesting to watch.
It
Because
was very
obviously in the
interesting to
wild they're
watch.
going to take down whatever they can eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mitch is saying he uses black soldier fly as a staple
Yeah.
for his dragons, skinks, and monitors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah,
heaps in
Mitch
there.
is-
I opened the lid today to chuck some. I was like, holy crap! I should actually pick them out, but I was busy doing other things, so I never didn't really get to do it. So
Yeah.
it's probably handy having the compost bin at the front now with that and the worms. I should be able to have a bit of everything there. But yeah, how's your stuff going there? You
Not
made
too
a few
bad.
more things on, or
Yeah, it's kind of starting to get a little bit weird now because I'm starting to have a few empty cages, which is a bit odd. And hopefully, well, yeah, before we go, I've contacted a hell of a lot of people, so most of the stuff should go before we go. Apart from your
Yep.
stuff, I think your stuff's just going to kick around until we get back, but that's all
that
good.
can come here. It's all right.
No, it doesn't bother me, mate. I've been teaching my wife the routine, so
That's all right.
she's up for it. But yeah, no, it's what have I gotten rid of now? My olive's gone. That sucked. My water pythons have gone. That sucked. My diamond pythons are gone. That sucked.
Yeah.
My northern velvets are gone. The adults.
Yeah.
Still got a couple of juvies here. I think the only other thing that I need to move on, like kind of publicly, if anything, is the 2 juvenile northern velvets and my jungle python. And then other than that, everything else has got homes. It's just a matter of when people are picking stuff up or whatever. So yeah, no, it's kind of weird having a few empty cages now, and a few less things to check on. But
Yeah, it's good though. Like when you do it, you regret doing it, and then it's like obviously unlike me when I sold everything.
yeah,
You know, just Nipper's comment. uh,
morning
uh,
smut pixies, awesome.
but yeah, you
Good
know,
morning,
like
Nipper.
yeah, good morning. But you regret moving everything on, but
Yeah,
at the same time, it was good to probably just take that break. But at the same time, there's a few things that I regret moving in general. But
yeah,
but I'd be like, you're not moving everything on though, so you're still keeping quite a fair bit of stuff. You're just downsizing a little
yeah,
bit. So
yeah. So I'll be going from roughly 100 odd animals down to about 35 odd animals. So
yeah,
yeah, it's quite a considerable downsize. I mean, in that's all like all the hatchies and stuff like that I've had this year essentially as well. Wow,
yeah,
not including the stuff that's still cooking. So
yeah.
um, they're due to hatch as soon as we go. My
Hopefully they
bloody
come out.
Gillen's monitors. They did this last
Hopefully.
year. You know, I was back from the NT last year, and they came out like the day after I got home.
Oh, that's all right.
That's not so bad,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm
Oh, well,
hoping
your
they
missus
come.
knows what to do though, doesn't she?
Oh, she will do. That's for sure. I might have to get her a taller ladder though, just so she can get up to the incubator.
Put them up there, yeah.
Yeah,
That's right,
but,
because your incubator's right up the top, isn't it?
yeah, it's right up the top in the corner. I don't even know
Yeah.
where. Like once I do this big changeover and get rid of stuff and redo all the enclosures in here, I don't even know where I'm going to put it yet. So
Yeah.
I don't have a plan as to. I could probably put it in the other room actually. I'd probably just stick it next to Loki's tank on something on the filter box. But
Yeah.
it's a bloody good incubator. It does the job.
Is it a wine fridge?
No, it's a Kamani reptile incubator. It cost my mate
Ah.
$1,200, and then when he was getting out of the hobby, he sold it to me for 200.
Yeah, right. Is it
That's
is it glass
rock solid.
door?
Yep.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, because
glass
I've just
door.
got a wine fridge, an old wine fridge.
Essentially, it's got like a heating element in the back of it,
Yeah.
and then it's got all these holes throughout, like the inner layer of it. That heating element gets the air pumped through it, so then it just circulates through all these holes. Like it's, you can measure the top, you can measure the bottom, you can measure anywhere in that incubator, and it's the exact same temp. Obviously, not in the egg boxes because they're all going to
Yeah.
vary, but yeah, as far as the incubator goes, it's rock solid.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's awesome.
Mm.
You'd never get rid of that.
Yeah, it's one of those things I will never part with. I've made the
Yeah.
wine incubator ones as well, and they work. They do a job, but you know, this one's just been so solid. Nipper's just thrown up another. Sorry, before we get to Nipper's comment, I have to bring up this one from Wardle's Reptiles. You know, if you ever needed to decrease any Gillens.
I think that'd
Sorry,
be a
Kieran.
most asked thing.
Oh yeah, I got asked 3 times today for Gillen's monitors, so never ends.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nipper's just put up a comment here saying, when I thinned my collection down from about 140 animals to around 60, it was the best thing I ever did. Less stress. Everything in the building is something that makes me smile when I see it. More time to hurt. Definitely the way forward. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Nipper.
Yeah.
That is exactly my plan. Is
Yeah.
bigger enclosures for the animals I'm going to keep, and more time spent on them. So,
Yeah. That's what
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. I've got the few things coming from you, and I don't think there'll be anything else more after that, except for some green tree pythons.
Yep.
Done. Maybe some males to go with females or anything like that, but that's about it.
Yeah. You'll need to. Well, you need a male cornutus.
Yeah.
Definitely. Probably do with another male white berber if you wanted to get another. Why?
Yeah.
Wait, how many white berber are you taking? You got like 6 here, I think.
I can't remember. I don't know. We didn't discuss the numbers. I just told you.
I just get this sly message from Jason saying, "Hey, if you decide to move on your leaf tails, wink, wink." Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. They're one of my regrets was selling those. So.
Yeah, I mean, we all have them, right?
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely. But that's a good thing. See, they went to you, so
yeah.
You know, it's like
swings and roundabouts. At least they're coming back.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So
yeah. My couple of my diamonds went to the guy that made our logos, actually, Luke Glendenning
Yeah,
from
mate, how's
Stanford
his
Aesthetics.
enclosure? Did we talk about that last time? His
Well, last
enclosure?
time we
No,
were
we were just
speaking to
chatting about
Jesse.
it, weren't we?
Yeah, I think we
No,
were just
yeah.
talking about it.
Man, how's his rock work in that enclosure?
It's insane, hey. That's a
I don't know
really
if
nice looking enclosure.
if he's got a picture up anywhere. I'll have a quick squeeze see if I can find one. But man, that came up so good, that one.
Worst case, I can send you a photo of it because I've got it saved somewhere in my phone.
Yeah, you'll have to send it to me on Instagram though, because I've only got Instagram.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy though. He did send me some stuff of the diamonds actually cruising around inside the enclosure and that as well, which was unreal. I don't think he's actually sent me just photos of that or anything, but yeah, the sandstone rock work that he's done. He said his dad actually gave him a hand with like the coloring of it because apparently his dad's like a landscape artist. I want to say he called himself. So
yeah, okay.
yeah,
But
it's
even
pretty.
like, you know, if you look in the caves, like sandstone caves, they've got like those. How do you explain it? It's almost like ripples in the sandstone.
Yeah,
Like
like
it
the
almost looks
color
like,
changes throughout the sandstone. It's not
yeah.
an even color the whole way through. Yeah.
And he nailed that. And I
Yeah.
looked at him like, that's why I don't build backgrounds. But yeah, man, I was like, when I saw it, I was like, far out, how awesome is that?
Yeah, it's unreal. And it's a pretty decent size enclosure. It's bigger than the one they were actually in. So it's a 4 foot by 5 foot tall by 2 foot deep. But he's got all sorts of crazy lighting on there too. He's playing with like sort of systems and stuff to actually essentially have like the heat and the light start on one side of the enclosure and work its way over like the sun. So then they can go from one basking platform to the next to warm up.
Yeah.
Like through a day cycle essentially. Like it's just it's insane.
Get that picture sharing. It's been weird for some reason.
Evening, Gavin. Hey, Des. How you doing? Yeah, Des said quality, not quantity, is the key for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, he found some homes for some green tree pythons too.
Yeah, I've got 4 with their names on them, and I'm pretty sure the other 2 that I'm going to release are spoken for anyway. But I just need to confirm and see if they want to pick them up. So yeah, they've pretty much all had 8 or 9 feeds depending on the snakes now. So
yeah,
they're pretty solid.
That's awesome.
It's easy now too. I don't have to I can just lift up the lid on the tub and shove a mouse in there, and they just grab it and shut the tub. You know, I don't have to muck around heaps with it anymore, which is good. Yeah.
No, man. So you end up losing one, didn't you?
Yeah, lost one.
Enlarged heart. Yeah.
Yeah.
How's the other one going that had the enlarged heart?
It's doing fine. Took a feed tonight. Seems to be okay. So yeah, I'm not sure what was the go with that. So I mean, that one I'm just going to hold on to. Like I've kind of chosen the 4 that I'm definitely keeping regardless, and then I've got a 5th one there with that because I just don't want to let him go in case there is an issue.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to pass a problem on to somebody else. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's fair enough.
Yeah. So far, so good. He had a shed recently as well, which I think, I don't know if that kind of just helped him out or something, but seems to be a little bit happier with that. Oh, here's that enclosure.
That's good.
Yeah, man. That's insane.
Yeah, look at the colouring in that sandstone, eh? It looks exactly like underneath in the caves on the sandstone.
Yeah, I just love the modelling of the lichen and stuff on the top of it as well.
Yeah,
I reckon that looks wicked, and then how it just blends back into that, that sandstone streaks and stuff that are through there.
Yeah, that came out awesome. Real.
Yeah, he's saying he's going to try to do some of the eucalypts in there and see if the lights that he's got can keep him going.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see.
Hopefully it does.
No harm in trying. So
no, well, only to the plant. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I had somebody else message me the other day saying, "Hey, have you got grevilleas to work yet in your enclosures?" I'm like, man, I've gone through a fair few grevilleas in my enclosures and banksias and stuff, and I cannot get them to stick. So
yeah, it's tricky. That's the thing with it being such it's essentially in a box. Like, might be a bit too humid. Who knows? Could be lighting, could be soil, too much water, could be
There's
anything.
so many factors, man.
Yeah, could be
So
animals running all over it in such a
Yep.
confined space. Like,
Yep. I'm going to get my native plant fix. I'm just going to convert my veggie boxes into native plant boxes now. So kind of hedge out the neighbors and where they kind of enter into the building, so I can't see them anymore, and have some nice native plants there.
yeah,
Then that way, if I need to trim them back and put some native offcuts or whatever into these enclosures for a bit of enrichment, then I can just do that.
yeah, no, that'd be good on that
Yeah.
little courtyard there. We've just set up some planter boxes, like big veggie gardens out the front. So we're going to try and start getting some veggies and stuff going, just because we spent so much money on veggies. Like, it's crazy.
It's it's expensive, man. Fresh food.
Yeah,
It's not cheap. It's only going up.
yeah, you can see why you know, people are getting bigger and bigger. Like Macca's, like you go buy a bloody meal from Macca's for $10.
Yeah.
You know, like convenience too, I guess.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of crazy, hey, where we had tomatoes here just going mental. So we haven't had to buy tomatoes for ages, and
Yeah,
even stuff just like lettuce and that. Like I've just had that going wild, and you know, I just pick off some for me, some for the beardy, you know, walking around. But yeah, if you can kind of sustain yourself, it's worth doing.
yeah. Well, we used to get tomato plants growing everywhere because the people we bought the house off, they were an older couple, and they just had like, I think there was like 200 pot plants in this backyard, and like they had tomato plants everywhere. We basically ripped up everything, turfed it all, so we had like space for the kids and stuff. But I had tomato plants growing out of the grass, out from under the house, out of cracks in pavers, like you name it. I had tomato plants growing out. I still do under the deck, like a cherry tomato plant that just grows up under the deck out of all these ferns that are growing there as well. It's crazy.
Yeah,
But yeah,
they don't take much to get going.
no, but it's funny.
Tell you what, though, it was bloody hilarious yesterday because when I was up at Cooper's place, his dad's walking around, and you know those like little tiny tomatoes that you throw in your salad, like not a cherry tomato, but you know the little ones that were the size of a marble almost.
Yep.
Yeah, so they had a whole heap of them there, and he was chucking them in with the blue tongues, and all the blue tongues were. Coop's kind of running around going, Dad, not again. You can't feed them too much tomatoes. It's like, why not? They bloody love them.
Yeah. How's that blotchy?
Oh man! You have to stick a photo of that one up. I'll send you one of that while we're talking. That animal, when you're looking at it in the pit, I was just like, that's such a standout. Hey, like,
yeah,
there was 7 animals in that pit.
Yeah,
and that one was like tenfold on all of them. It's just absolute fire. Hey, even the photos, I don't think do it justice. You know, like even like. It looks so beautiful, but seeing it in person, it's like eye melting.
Yeah, I'll try and share it.
But
yeah, it was an absolute stunner.
It was so good to get up there and actually see those pits in person.
Yeah,
they're so simple, but they're so well done. Like the animals are just thriving out there. Hey,
yeah, I don't think he's too far from me.
Yeah, it took me 50 minutes from my place to get there.
Yeah, I think he's a bit further up.
Yeah. It's bloody cool to go up there and see him and stuff, though, because it's been a long time coming that I actually go up and see Coop.
Yeah.
But yeah, that animal, man.
It's just it's basically orange and black.
That even there, like I'm yeah, it's beautiful, but the photo's not doing it justice, I don't believe.
Yeah. It's really hard to
crazy, though?
True
that's my bloodline.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so he bought 2 off me, and he accidentally bred them together. He had a bit of a mismating, and then they created that.
Wow.
So, yeah, insane. Hey, he did get a couple that were like pretty much cream of the crop, because I essentially gave him pick of the litter when they came out.
Yeah.
So I essentially had I had kind of like, what did I have? I had 5 different bloodlines that I had had originally with 5 different animals. So I started with like a pretty good genetic stock, and then I got 2 breedings done, and the big girl that I've got outside, she was from the first breeding that I did, and
Yep.
then the next season was the next pairing with the real red female that I had, and that's what produced those animals that Coop got, which then went together and produced that one.
Yep.
But yeah, definitely
That's,
red hot. Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah,
that was an
that's
awesome animal.
your thumbnail on your video. I was watching that one last night. I've got to finish it, but yeah, I saw that. I was like, far out. That thing's stunning.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I figured that would grab a few people's attention, so
yeah,
hopefully boost some numbers up there too. But
yeah,
yeah. I mean, as far as all the animals that I saw today, the two stand out. Well, actually, I had a few standouts. His Centralian Blueies. I mean, I've got a soft spot for those in the westerns that he's got there, just because
yeah.
after seeing him in the wild, it's just so cool to see him in the flesh again. But yeah, we spent a lot of time with his Gillum's monitor.
Of course you did.
Yeah, he's so interactive. Hey, like Coop's got
Yeah.
him trained to like run around and chase woodies and stuff from the tongs. Like, and he works him out for it too. So he'll actually like have a woody in the tongs, kind of dragging it around the enclosure while the monitor's chasing it before he
Yeah.
gives it to him. He like really makes him work for it. But yeah, such cool animals. Such cool
Yeah,
animals.
they're pretty smart too. I do miss monitors, like just the way they look at you. Like it's different. Like,
He's
they
got
look at you
such
like,
big plans for that thing too, and
yeah,
like I've seen what he's got going in his head,
Yeah.
and a few pieces of what's going to happen, and yeah, it's going to be awesome for that animal.
yeah. He's got some good videos too as well. So
Yeah,
I've just been stuck into herping videos though.
I have too. I've yeah, pretty much rewatched all of Ricky Mack's stuff.
Yeah,
I think we were talking about it in the past. We were kind of like, if he had like a proper film crew behind him, or not even a film crew, but like a videographer or something like that could follow him like really, really well and do really good editing and stuff. Like his missus does a bloody good job, but
yeah,
I think if he just went that next level, like he could be making something pretty big of himself.
yeah. With like good cameras and stuff. Yeah, he's just got that eye too.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I'm just keen to get up there.
Not long now, mate. Not long now.
No.
What do we do? 20.
It's only like 3 weeks.
Not
Three and a
quite.
bit.
Yeah. 26 days to go.
Yeah.
26 days to go. We'll get there. But
Yeah.
started working on my. Oh, you go.
I was gonna say I might do a practice pack of my swag.
I want to do that too, just to make sure everything fits. I've already got a pile starting where I've got everything sort of starting to accumulate that I think I need.
I've got to do that as well, but I got to clean this shed out a bit more too. It's kind of everything's just kind of been thrown in here as well. So.
I've still got to come up and see you too, mate.
Yeah, I know. You were going to come up, and then we thought I had COVID, but turned out I didn't. And then the next week I got it. So.
I was thinking about that on Monday because when I was leaving Coops, I was like, I wonder if I just hang around for another 3 hours, like up there somewhere, and see if I could make it to your place. And I was just like, you know what, I'm just so wrecked. So I was just
I didn't get home till like 6:30, 6:45 on Monday. So
late one.
I got stuck at work for ages. It was supposed to be a 5-minute job. Turned into like a 4.5-hour job.
Youch.
Yeah. But you have to come up too. So
yeah,
check everything out.
I'm keen to see it. Keen to see it in person because all I get is this little window into it.
Yeah,
every week.
That's pretty much what you see behind me is pretty much all that's kind of there at the moment. So a couple more, another enclosure down there. But, got to get another rack soon, so get some more shit sorted. So I've got a rack here. I just got to clean it out.
Yeah, we'll have to discuss whether you actually need any of the tanks and things that these guys are in as well.
Yeah, definitely.
That could almost be doing me a favor of cleaning a few things out here too.
Yeah,
giving me some space.
Sure.
To play around with. I sent you the video too. I finished the hopping mouse tank.
Yeah, I haven't finished that video yet. That looks good there. and that one, the tank you're working on now is coming up good too. The picture you sent me.
Yeah, the green tree python tank.
Yeah.
That was I mean, it's simple, but I think it'll work once it grows in.
Yeah.
Which will be pretty cool. So they're going to be moved into the old diamond python tank, which is a 120 by 120 by 60 reptile one vivarium.
Yeah.
Which it was originally pond sealed, and then I just went straight over everything with a layer of tile pointing just to kind of rough it up a bit and change the color. And then I've just got branches going mental in there at the moment. It kind of looks like a little thicket essentially of forest. So, but yeah. I also put that plastic tub down the bottom of the tank too, just to try to protect the timber further from any water or anything. Yeah,
that's a good idea. And then you can plant plants and stuff in there.
Like, it's all sealed with pond sealer, but at the same time, I'd rather just have that peace of mind. Plus, then the water's not just going like everywhere in there. It's kind of just where the plant roots are.
Yeah.
So essentially, I put like a I don't even know what you call it.
Black cement mixing tub almost.
Yeah, it's like a 25, 30 liter tub, but it's like really low and wide. And then I'm just using that as a planter box essentially.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to cover everything in with Yuki mulch and leaf litter so you don't really see it, and call it a day. And at least then I can just water it in the tub and know that it's a bit of moisture down there. Snakes can go sit in some humid leaf litter if they need to. So
yeah,
that'll be good.
Do you think you'll do maternal incubation again with them?
If they happen to breed this year, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna try to, but at the same time they'll probably go into the same box together again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, just because I don't want to wear the heck out of her.
Put through that again, yeah.
No. But yes, I definitely would.
Yeah.
Like, considering the success that I had this time around, I think I'd be silly not to. The bottom left-hand side of that enclosure, I have an access hole where I can put a heat cord through. So I can essentially just wrap up a bit of heat cord or something, and put it in between a couple of tiles or something down the bottom there, just to make like a little heat pad.
Yeah.
So the way that she was kind of on those in the leaf litter in the other tank, I'll just try to mimic that, essentially a bit of a warm spot.
Yeah, it worked
that she can access. Can't complain.
Yeah.
I've got all these little baby greens eating me out of house at home now, so not a bad thing.
And you got them all to eat like within the first few days. That's crazy.
Well, most of them ate the day they came out.
Yeah. I think there's only a few that didn't.
Sorry, I got 3 that ate the day they came out, and then all of them ate a week later.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty good going.
Luck.
Definitely luck. I wouldn't put it down to anything else. And I've chosen my 4 little beauties. Two are really heavily patterned, and 2 are I think 2 are like the most patterned that I've got, and then 2 have got like next to nothing. So yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see if there's anything that's actually going to happen there. It might be nothing, but just a bit of a fun experiment for myself. I was already going to keep this sort of amount, so
yeah,
it'll be cool to see if there is any sort of change to them. I've got one with the nickname of Banana.
They grown much?
They're pretty big. Pretty decent.
Yeah, they've grown heaps. They've actually grown like a lot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're 8 or 9 feeds for some. I think this one's 9.
Yeah.
This is one of the ones that ate for me first. But yeah,
that's awesome.
Stunning little animals, hey?
Yeah, definitely want to get some of them again.
It's just so weird having neonates.
Yeah. It's funny, my son always talks about the yellow and green snakes.
Funny that.
Yeah. He's like, can I hold the yellow and green snakes?
There you go. You're just going to have to get him now.
That's what I said. I got him off, or we're going to have to get him now. So.
Yeah, it's good, man. It'll happen.
Yep.
It'll happen.
I've already told her I'm going to get him. She has no to say. Well, she does have to say, but it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But,
not going to sneak him into the house, that's for sure. He'll stand out like little glow lights. Yeah,
you'll see him. But no, she loves green tree pythons as well, though. She wished that I still had my ones that I used to have, but yeah, they're the only ones that she used to actually hold. It's the green tree pythons.
Yeah,
You'd
right.
actually go and get them out yourself. But I had removable
Yeah.
perches, so you could just pull the perch out.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I used like eyelets and hooks, so I had like proper like vines, and then I just used eyelets and hooks. But I had like fake plants stuffed into the eyelets and hooks as well, so you couldn't actually see them. So
Yep. Yeah.
but yeah,
So
they were thrown. You could just pull it out.
I did eyelets on, not eyelets. I just did hooks on this tank, but then I just zip tied the branch to it because they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I went through like a 25 pack of zip ties, zip tying that whole structure together just so then there's no sort of like loose bits that jiggle out of it.
Yeah.
And then I essentially painted over the zip ties, just tried to do like mottled lichen looking stuff over the top of the zip ties just to kind of blend it into the timber so it's less obvious as well.
Yeah. What color? Were they white or black ties?
They were black ties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they were white in the picture you sent, but obviously it makes sense because you painted them. So
yeah. Well, essentially I painted them like lichen, so they were a bit light. But yeah, no, it turned out good. I can't wait to see the bloody animals in there. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But I'll give it a couple of days to dry up the acrylic paint and stuff in there. But the tile pointing is all dry now. I might just put the male into there for the time being, keep the female separate for a bit still while I've got the space to, and keep feeding her. It's funny, I was working in that enclosure and I heard her just whack the glass above me. Like she must have just seen my head moving around.
Yeah.
she's just hungry. She's in shed too, but she's just hungry all the time.
Was it nighttime or was it day?
Would have been about 6 o'clock.
Yeah, so just on sundown.
Yeah. The lights were still on in her tank. But
yeah. It's funny, my ones, when I used to have them during the day, basically they just wouldn't move. Like you could do anything in the enclosure, but as soon as that sun went down and the lights went off, anything that went into that tank was food.
Yeah.
Food response was insane over night time.
That's the same as mine, but the female will still check you out during the day and give you a hit if you need it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she's always been a little bit like that. But the thing is if I kind of like, coax her out on the hook or something like that and, get her out of the enclosure, she's fine.
Yeah,
like she'll cruise around your hand. Yeah, but her tank, her rules.
It's food. It's good.
Yeah. But with my little male, like I don't know if yours ever did this, but my little male, whenever I walk into that room, usually at nighttime he'll do it more so. He just gets straight in that S and then starts the caudal lure going and just goes mental.
Yeah,
it's
right.
Like this little shaky worm just going all around the place.
It's cool to see that, isn't it?
Yeah, most of the babies do it as well.
Yeah.
If you tease them a bit, so you don't give them the food straight away, but you let them sniff it, sort of thing, and then all of a sudden they'll start wiggling their tails and stuff to try to make that come back. Yeah.
But it's funny, like I remember seeing pictures before I had greens, and like you'd see some of the ones in the States, and they were massive. And I remember when I first got mine, it's like these things are fucking tiny.
Yeah.
And then like you read like back then it was a complete chondro, and the more complete chondro, and they're like, oh, it's got to be like over this. It's got to be over. It's like what was it 1,500 grams or something like that? I think it was to breed.
That's
I can't remember
massive.
What it was in the book. And I'm looking at mine. I'm like, these things are like 900 grams, like not even a kilo. Like, I'm like, far out. How are you supposed to get them that big? And then, it's just crazy. Like the size of some of the chondros that you used to see.
I think my girl was pretty sizey. Like she was pretty sizey when I got her.
Yeah.
But I don't think. I reckon she would have been at max about a kilo.
Yeah.
Like no way she was 1,500 grams.
Yeah, but even the length of some of these ones, like that was massive.
Yeah, they look like small carpets.
Sit in your hand, like it was balled up. It could just sit in your hand like that, like.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, are these things too small? But obviously they weren't. But man, stunning snakes. They're definitely my favorites. The green tree pythons.
A lot of those guys over there, they have all the northern stuff from PNG and stuff like that as well. So
yeah,
some of that stuff gets a bit bigger naturally.
And it's a lot of mixed stuff as well.
Yeah.
But, man, so many people are finding green tree pythons up the top end at the moment, eh?
I know. It's making me sting for it.
Man, I'm just seeing, I'm like, far out. It just makes me want to go up there and see them. Heaps of juvies as well, the yellow neonates and stuff. Like,
yeah.
It's just almost like, like that's the one to find, the yellow neonate now, like, because it's harder.
Yep. Do you see what Jake Many found?
The green tree monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good shot too. Got a real clean, good shot of it.
Yeah,
Sitting
that
up the
was
top of that
insane.
tree. I think we spoke about that last week.
I don't even remember, man.
Yeah, but
Everything
man,
just blurs into one at the moment.
yeah, I'm just thinking about the trip.
Yeah.
Thinking about the trip. Thinking what
Well,
I
I
need to
think
take.
what has Luke sent through to the snap? He sent something through while we've been on air. He sent another video through.
Oh, did he?
Oh, it's of one of the big Mertens water monitors. It's huge. They're so thick there, hey.
Jesus Christ, that thing is
Yeah,
massive.
that's like all of them up there. When you go to like those, like if you go to a public park, essentially where there's water, you get Mertens, and everyone feeds them. So then
I
they
suppose it's
look
probably like
like
our Lacey's. Lacey's all
that's what
around
it
here.
is. It's a
Yeah,
top end lacy, mate.
that's funny.
Just hang around the picnic park and get those snags and scraps.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Oh, at least you know that's one's relatively easy to tick off.
I will tick that off on the way out.
Yeah,
That's like not even outside Darwin yet, mate. You'll knock Mertens on the list, and you'll probably get
beautiful,
12 of
beautiful.
them. We'll stop for lunch.
Yeah,
Get 'em all.
see some Mertens. Good to go.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
love to
No,
see
they're awesome.
some freshwater crocs too.
Yeah, dude, that'd be sick. I didn't
Yeah,
get to see them last time I was up there, so I'd be very keen to see some freshies.
yeah.
So who was it that was telling me? Oh, I think it might have been Kai telling me actually when we were out the other night, but he was saying that he was going into a few places in Litchfield, I think it was, during the night when it was still in the wet season, I believe, when he was up there.
Yep.
And like all the like tracks going into the place were all flooded. And you'd go in with a torch and there was just freshies like on the trucks and they just like scurry off the tracks where they were just sitting in like low water and stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh man,
Yeah,
I'm so keen, hey.
yeah. Same here. I think the next one I'll try and do is a bit of try and get some of the leaf tails up near the border and like go up, do a couple on the way up, stop and
Yeah.
try and find some Maritzi, go a bit further up. And obviously I won't get the cornutas because they're way further up, but you know I can tick off a fair few of them if I can get, you know, a good week or something. Even if I take the family for a holiday, they can go stay at some places and stuff. So
That'd be a good trip. Yeah. I'm keen. I'm keen to get out. I'm
yeah,
keen to do it.
just got to get out and do it. That's the thing, eh?
That's why I pushed myself. I was not feeling it on Saturday at all. I'd just come off a pretty hard week and I just did not want to deal with it basically.
Yeah.
But I was just like, no, I actually think I just need this. And I felt so good by the time I got home. Like it was like 1:30 a.m. or something by the time I got home. But yeah, I felt good that I got out and had a bit of a walk and a bit of a chat with some people. So
Yeah, I'm keen to just do a couple of like one-nighters, two-nighters as well, like weekend ones.
yeah, well, I mean, especially if we go from somewhere from here, like that's so easy
Yeah.
for us to do. Like we just chuck everything in the back of your car or whatever and take off.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't need much.
So, no, not at all.
Hmm.
So that's what I'm keen to do. Get a few of them in. You might want to squeeze a few in.
Yeah, yeah, I'd like to. I'd like. I don't know if it's still on the cards, but I would like to still get up to Cape York, hopefully in June.
Yeah, yeah, same.
Permitting.
Yep,
Yeah, we'll see how
for
it
sure.
goes.
I'm
I'd like to
definitely
do
keen
some
for that.
local things as well, though. It'd be good to do a few more local one-nighters and stuff before the season's out down here.
Yeah, I want to do the Watergans. I wouldn't mind trying to go there before we go away one night.
Yeah, yeah, I'm keen, man.
So,
I'm keen. I've had a lesson in herp photography thanks to
Yep.
Kai. He's been showing me some of the settings that I should be shooting in.
Yep.
So, I mean, I do not practice on my camera anywhere near what I should be, but
Yeah,
yeah, no, he's kind of giving me a few tips and pointers. I wouldn't mind getting a macro lens though. Hey, they really
Yeah.
do make some nice shots.
What have you got? You've got a 7200, is it?
Yeah, D7200, and
Yeah.
at the moment I've been using an 80 to 1. No, sorry, a 18 to 140 lens.
Yep.
So I find that's reasonably versatile.
Because I know you can get like I think it's a 40mm macro for the DX, the crop sensors. Yours is a crop sensor. I don't know how much they are though, but that's a relatively wide angled macro, but it still has the macro capability.
Yeah, all right.
But Yeah, I'm not too sure on the price of them though, but I'm pretty sure it's 40. Maybe they do a 20. I'm not sure. Might even be a 20 mil macro.
Yeah,
But
okay.
20 is wide. But
I
yeah,
do
no,
like those wide angle shots, though. I'm a big
same.
fan.
I love them too because I love seeing the landscape. That's what I'm trying to. That's what I want to try and do. Some in situ, similar to what Cam did.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. Get the habitat and the animal in, but my lens only doesn't focus 1-to-1 though, so I can't. I have to go a little bit back, and I generally crop it in a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah. So
You
I don't
got
get
that new umbrella thing for yours as well, didn't you?
Yeah, it's somewhere. It's in a bag somewhere. That's
Have you
pretty
had
good. I'm
much
keen to.
practice with it?
No, I might even try and have a go out in the backyard. Just muck around with it. Just try some different angles, different flash settings,
Yeah.
and that because that's the main thing. Like if you can get your camera settings, keep your camera settings, and just work out on your flash. Because that's what I do with when I use the other diffuser. I
Yeah.
keep the same settings on the camera, and then just muck around with the flash, the settings on the flash, brighter or less brighter. Because I don't want too much of a shallow depth of field. I want to try and get more in focus. So I just keep the same settings and play around with the strength of the flash. So it'd be
Yeah,
pretty
okay.
handy to see what the go is with that. But
Yeah, I plan to pull out the camera in here and have a bit of a play and just photograph some of the stuff in my room just to
yeah,
try to gauge it in a little bit.
yeah, your deck would be good because you might get a bit of reflection off your tanks, yeah, glass tanks for your settings and stuff like that. But
Even with the doors open to the tanks?
oh, in there you mean inside the tank? Oh, you're probably right
Yeah.
actually. Yeah,
Yeah. I wouldn't do it
but
in
yeah,
front of the glass. That would just bounce right
no,
back at me.
yeah. But you should be right. You can try it.
Yeah, no harm, right?
Exactly.
I mean, I took that photo of the roughie not too long ago that came out half decent, so
Yeah,
I quite enjoyed that photo. Actually, I was actually considering printing that somewhere and chucking it on the wall here.
yeah,
Pretty proud of that one.
yeah. I'm just gonna have a run around in the backyard and try and work out this diffuser. So
Find
it's
some
pretty cheap
frogs.
too.
Find that leaf tail.
Yeah, find the one that floats around. I think the frogs have moved on. I think I haven't heard them recently. We haven't had much rain though too. So,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, they might have. I don't think he got a female, so he might have abandoned his little pond and tried to find another one. So,
Fair enough.
but yeah, no, I'll even just try and photograph some bits and pieces just to try and get the flash worked out. I think.
Yeah.
Hold the
Yeah,
different
I'm keen,
angles
man.
and see.
I think the other day when I was talking, I'm like, oh, I think I have to bring the camera up.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, you're gonna regret it if you don't.
Yeah, I mean, even if you use it a couple of times and you're like, oh, it is what it is.
At least if
But
it's there, it's there.
yeah,
But, yeah.
yeah, and if you didn't take it, like, oh, I wish I did take it. So,
Yeah. Exactly. I'm just thinking about all the other stuff that I'm going to be bringing up, like a tripod, the gimbal, probably GoPro too, just in case we do go to anywhere that we end up swimming.
yeah,
Like, just to see if there is
yeah.
any sooty grunters or rainbow fish or freshies hanging around.
Yeah, I've got to charge up my GoPro and see if it works. I haven't used it for. I've got I think it's a 4 maybe. I haven't used it for years, so it probably doesn't even. Batteries are probably stuffed in it or something.
I think mine's a 5, so I'm not too far behind you.
Yeah,
But last time I checked, it still works.
yeah. I haven't. Yeah, I don't even know where it is actually. It's in the house somewhere.
I think I bought this GoPro for our honeymoon for when we went on safari in Africa.
So I
Did the
bought
job.
mine on our honeymoon as well. We were in Hawaii. So
Must be
yeah, I
a
bought it
thing.
in Hawaii. Used
Tell
it
you
over
what, though,
there.
I wouldn't mind one of those new GoPros. They seem pretty good, hey?
Yeah, the 10s look pretty good. The
Yeah.
stabilization and stuff in them, the hyper
Yeah.
smooth or whatever they call it, that looks awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks
But then
unreal.
again,
No
they're
need for
shot
a
at
gimbal.
like 4K as well and edited and all that, so it's a bit more in it. But yeah, you wouldn't really need a gimbal too much if you're using that. Be interested to see how long
No.
the battery lasts using that though.
The GoPro or the gimbal?
The GoPro,
Yeah.
using the hyper smooth and all that. Be interested to see how long the battery lasts while you're shooting video.
Yeah. I don't know. I reckon you'd have to get at least half an hour out of it.
Yeah,
Or
you'd
an
think so.
hour. Yeah. Don't know. I don't have one, so it'd be good to actually play around with it and tinker around. I've always thought that if I was gonna not use my phone to do YouTube, that's probably what I'd invest in, is one of those GoPros, because I've seen
Yeah,
so many people take good videos on that, and it's so
yeah.
universal. It'd be good for taking out herping and stuff like that as well.
And if you're doing all YouTube stuff, you don't have to shoot at wide angle as well. You can change the settings on it, so it's like a bit more like your phone.
Yeah,
It's not
a
just
bit
like
more
ultra
focused in.
wide, so you know. But yeah, no, they're good. They look awesome, those 10s.
Yeah, need more money.
Yep, that's the problem.
Yeah,
Everything's the same. Too much work, no money.
it's funny how that happens, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm just so keen to get up there, but
I'm stinging it. Luke doesn't make it any easier either. He just like bombards us with all these photos and videos and stuff like that, and I'm just like,
yeah,
yeah. You're living my dream right now, doing that sort of stuff. So
yeah,
we'll get a good 5 or 6 days in shortly, no doubt.
yeah. I'm just keen, man. Just keen to get out. So and do it a little bit more. That's probably. I'd love to get my kids into it as well. Like on the other, what is it? Mental blank. Michael.
You, Michael.
Yeah.
Do you know what he was? Okay, so a little bit of a story here. So, his wife Jo, she's got a swollen ankle. Didn't come out the other night because of that. And I think a couple of his other kids stayed home as well. But he's one of his youngest came out, Ashley, who's 13, and then so she was tailing that tiger snake, and they sent photos through to mum. It's like, this is what happens when my daughter goes out with the boys. So, yeah, I think she got a bit of a shock with that one, but
that's funny.
Yeah. Eagle eyes,
I'd love
though.
to get
She had eagle eyes, man. She was picking up everything.
Yeah, you've said that.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're young, your eyesight's good too. So.
Yeah, not like me who just had to order new glasses.
Yeah, I've had eye tests. I've never needed them, but man, I have a lazy eye, so when I have a few drinks, it starts to go like. I tell you now, I've had a few drinks, but if I look sideways, like it does it, but I can like fix it up myself. But if I just look straight away, it'll do it. But yeah. So I'm not exactly eagle-eyed. I'm like a iguana. Two different things.
A chameleon.
A chameleon, yeah. That's the one. But,
good stuff. What do you reckon, man? Call it a night for tonight, and we'll get on again here next week. It was good to just catch up, you and me, though. This has been fun, just spitting the. Oh, we got somebody that's just jumped on from Tasmania.
Tassie.
Yeah, welcome aboard. Sorry, we were about to leave, but you can always watch this back in a couple of minutes' time anyway. Yeah. But this
and then the audio will be up on Friday, I think.
Yeah, so Friday, I think the video, the audios, every Friday now is going to be the audio, because Eric's kind of got designated days as per different podcasts and stuff. So yeah, that'll be good. Where am I here? It's actually, you've been listening to the Fight Club recently. I've been really getting into the Fight Club.
I haven't. I've been I haven't. I haven't really listened to many podcasts lately. I've just been stuck into work too much, and my earphones and my AirPods keep playing up too. So they just keep dropping out on me. So I've been quite annoyed because someone broke into my car and stole my new AirPods when my car got broken into a while ago. Mm-hmm. So I resorted to my old ones, and they're just not good. So I might have to go back to the old cable.
Cable through the shirt, mate.
Cable through the shirt, but the problem is it gets caught on everything at work. Like you'll walk past something and it just rips your phone out of your pocket, rips the cable out.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in tonight. We'd like to say a massive thank you to Eric and Owen and the rest of the NPR crew for having us. If you'd like to contact them, it's best to find them at moreliapythonradio.net and email them at info@moreliapythonradio.net. Make sure to follow the NPR Network on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, all under NPR Network. As far as contacting us in our social media platforms, you can email us at australianherpetoculture@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram as well. Make sure to check out our Teespring store for podcast merch. The link is on the Facebook page. To see more of what Jason is doing, make sure to follow him on Facebook and Instagram at The Gecko Effect. For myself, you can find me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring under Beach of Scaly Beasts. We hope to have you back next week for another episode of the Australian Herpetoculture Podcast. Good night, guys.
Good night.